Hello everybody, this is George with Melnix Automotive, and I want to show you how you can make your SCS connector for Honda and Acura vehicles. You could buy one just as fancy as this with a little switch, and this time I'll try not to be lazy and I'll try to put a link from Amazon in my description. I have a piece of Obd2 connector that's I cut off from an older vehicle. This is just so I could show you where the pin's located and what it looks like if you don't know what it is. So SCS stands for Service Check Short Service Connector. That's what that stands for. Why would you need one? Well, if you don't have a scan tool, and let's say you have airbag light on, or your ABS light on, or your engine's misfiring and you're not sure which cylinder it's misfiring, and you don't have a scan tool, there's no way you could check the codes. Well, with this thing, you could check the codes without using scan tool. I'm going to explain you, and I'm also going to sketch up an Obd2 connector, and I'm going to explain you what I have here. Like I said, this professional connector cost anywhere from about $12 to $20, anywhere in that price range. You probably could even find a cheaper one, but the more fancier it is, the more expensive it is. This one I consider to be fancy. You just plug it in, you turn the switch on, and then you turn ignition on. They have ones without the switch. This is just really like a toy, okay? So a little light comes on and things like that, so you know you got power. But anyway, so here I have a paper clip. The easiest way to do it is using a paper clip. Also, I took, you can see I took alligator clip right here, alligator wire, and I took on this other side, I stripped off the other end, and I just, stripped off the insulation. I cleaned it up like that, and you could use it that way. So in your vehicle, you'll have an Obd2 connector that looks like this. It might be mounted this way because the one side is longer, the other side is shorter. Or it could be mounted this way, upside down. Some vehicles have it vertically. Sometimes I've seen them in other cars. They're in glove box. They're mostly underneath the dash of driver's side, but I've seen in European cars on the passenger side. So you just have to look for it when you find it. Okay. So the pin order, I want to explain you the pin order. The longer side, you always start counting from the left. And it's going to be, there's 16 pins total. So there's going to be 8 pins here and 8 pins in the bottom. So what you're going to do, you're going to take a paper clip, okay? You're going to take pin number 9, which is located right here, and pin number 4, which is located right here. You're going to short them. The easiest way to do it, if you have a paper clip, you just take it, you stick it in just like this. So you can see pin number 9 and pin number 4. And then you turn your ignition on, and you're going to have your codes being displayed on your dashboard, on your cluster. And the thing of it is, if you lose this, how much this cost you? This is nothing. You can find paper clip anywhere. You can make a little nicer one, maybe 10-15 cents if you get an alligator, like a jumper wire. What you do, you plug it in into pin 9, just like that. You would push it into a pin 9, just like I did. And then you're gonna find any bare metal underneath the dash, and there's plenty of it. Any bolt, any bare metal that's underneath the dash, you're just gonna clip onto. And that's it. So like I said, I'm going to sketch up a Obd2 connector, and I'm going to explain. So pin 9 is where you need to be, and then you're going to jump it to ground if you're using this method. Just so you remember, pin number 4 is ground on Honda and Acura vehicles, and in order for you to get this thing to work, you need to be in pin 9 and pin number 4. So just to sketch it up, like I said, excuse my art, just so it's clear, this is an Obd2 connector, okay? And you have 8 pins on top and 8 pins on the bottom. Like I said, I just kind of stretched it out. So we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Like I said, excuse my art, it's not perfect. Sometimes these sides could be rounded, and they are rounded in most of the cars. All of the cars, they're a little rounded. The edges. That's just my art. So if you're using a paperclip method, you need to jump pin number 4 and pin number 9, just like that, and then turn your ignition on. If you're going to be using an alligator clip like this, like I did, use alligator wire, the jumper wire, I just stripped off the other side, you're going to connect just into pin 9, and you're going to go and connect to ground anywhere underneath the dash. So right now I'm going to demonstrate that on 2018 Honda Odyssey that I'm working on, how it works. Okay, so I have a perfect opportunity to show you on the vehicle how it actually works. I am working on a 2018 Honda Odyssey. This car is still a project car, so there's a lot of trouble codes in the system. I'm about halfway done, but this is a perfect way to demonstrate it. The easiest and quickest way would be, I'm going to show you how to use a paperclip method. So I'm going to take a paperclip, okay, right underneath my dash. You could see this Obd2 connector right here. And in this Odyssey, it's vertically. Most of them are horizontally, and they're usually like this, or they could be on this other side. I've seen some European cars have them on the passenger side, even inside the glove boxes. I've seen some European cars have connectors in there. So this is what it looks like. What I'm going to do, this is pin 9 right here, and this is pin 4. That's ground. So what I'm gonna stick my paper clip right inside, just like that. Let me see if I can get a better picture. Just like that. As you can see, this is what I just did. Okay, so if you don't have a scan tool, just watch me right now. I did that. I could take a pen and paper, or you could use your cell phone, just you could take a picture of your screen. So now I'm gonna power up my screen. Watch what happens. And this will do on older Honda. Doesn't have to be new Honda or new Acura. We'll do it on older cars too. So I'm not sure really from what year, because I haven't used this method. I mean, I really started messing with cars, little newer cars, and I hardly ever get an older car in here, so it's mostly new stuff. But you could see it says DTC U0151, and what you could do, you could press. You could see this knob right here that comes out. If you press on it, it's going to change your trouble codes. Look at that. I could just go through my list and I can write them all out. So that's how you check for trouble codes on any Honda or Acura vehicle, just by building your own quick, cheap SCS connector. If you build a little fancier one, you could, throw it in a glove box, but this is how it works. Now for a quick, real quick, I turn off my ignition, as you could see. Now I'm gonna show you, if you're gonna decide to use like an alligator clip, what you're gonna do, how it's done. You just take the side, you plug it into your just like this. As you could see, I plugged it in. And my other side, I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna try to find any bolt, any bare metal, and most cars have a lot of bare metal underneath the dash. All I need to do, I just need to connect to anything, and there's, I don't know if my wire gonna reach, but I did. You see that? I just found some bare metal, and my other side is still plugged in like this. And what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna turn ignition on. But I think, in my opinion, paperclip works a lot better. There you go. Same results, 2 different methods, whichever you prefer. Once again, thanks for watching. This was George with Melnick's Automotive.